Hello, welcome. My name is Janie Ambrose and I do holistic therapies, events, and products. I got into this because years ago I was living a very unhealthy lifestyle and was once diagnosed with over 50 different diseases. And so I sent on a mission to find out what helped me the most, and there was many alternative doctors that even said they couldn't help me anymore, and went to research mode, and I actually overcome a lot of things myself. The things that I found that did work, I have gotten certified in and do to help other people. So I am a metaphysical doctor. I am a heal technique practitioner, a grandmaster of Belfast Bata. So I went to college for 2 years and an LMT. I do some body work, reflexology, chakra cleansing, micropoint stimulation, kind of like acupuncture without needles. That helps with a lot of different things. And you can find out more about me on my website, yesthrive.com. And then I also have a Facebook page, Time to Thrive with Janie. And I just started a YouTube channel under Time to Thrive with Janie, hopefully making some videos to help people thrive. And I am now into advanced Western herbalism, which brings me to making this video today and talking about an oxymel formula that I had to do for my homework. Yes, I have done my homework. And so I learned that an oxymel formula is a basic combination of just mixing honey with vinegar and then whatever other herbs that you choose to use based on whatever circumstance that it would be. And an oxymel formula is great for something internally like mouth infections, or externally for something like skin, and also great for like children to take it 2 and over. Honey under the age of 2 is not recommended. So I was thinking at the time, like, what am I going to make? I couldn't think of anything that I needed to use it for at the time. And so then when you have it, the next day, this gentleman contacted me about this armoire that I was selling. And he said that he was interested and wanted to come see it, but he'd just been like so miserable he didn't want to leave his house because he has these mouth sores and he can barely talk or barely eat. And I'm like, oh, well, I can make you a medicine. And so then I was looking around for what I had to mix the honey and the vinegar with, and I had this neem oil, and I know that it's known to help with infections and especially like healing tissues, and so I thought that would be perfect. And then I have these hibiscus leaves, it's great, and vitamin C is also known to help with infections and tissues healing. And so I mixed this together into just like this simple formula here. And neem oil is very bitter, but luckily I had this honey on hand at the time. This is like the best tasting honey that I've ever tasted, so I used this honey with it, and it actually came out tasting really good. So then he came for this formula, and I found out that he is from India, and this neem leaf tree is native from India. So like, how perfect is that? So he came and he got this formula, and then just a couple days later, after he previously told me that he tried so many things and he was just like leery of even taking it because nothing else was helping him, and just a couple days later he sent me this email. He did spell my name wrong, but basically just saying that it worked, and he wasn't going to get the armoire, but I was just so happy that the medicine worked. And so I had extra of this formula on hand, and wouldn't you know that a week later my granddaughter got impetigo. I have some pictures here that you can see, and then just after a few treatments of her taking it externally onto the skin, you can see there that it cleared up, and I was just so happy about that. And so all that was like many months ago, and just recently a lady contacted me with her 4-year-old daughter and about this rash that she has all over her. These pictures didn't turn out as well, but it started on her back, and she said it went to her hands and her feet and her legs, and it was very dry and itchy, and she was just like so miserable. She would barely eat or anything. She had a low grade fever, and she was just barely have any energy to do anything that wasn't like her at all. And she said she did take her to the doctor, and she suspected chickenpox, but they wouldn't even test it for her, and they just said they didn't know what it was, and just gave her a prescription for cortisone and some other cream. But then she contacted me, and so then I'm like, I can make you a formula if you like. And so I did make her a formula, and I wanted to make an oxymel with the honey and the vinegar, and also to use the neem leaf this time, which is better for children. And I had the neem leaf on hand anyways this time instead of the neem oil. And so then, I had to come up with the name for this to put on the label. So I called it New Tissue for My Issue. And these are the other ingredients that I came to mix it up with. I went to research mode to see what else that would help and what I actually had on hand. So I had some organic raw honey. That is... the organic raw honey contains phytonutrients that helps with antibacterial and antiviral properties. And the Bragg's apple cider vinegar is been used for centuries as a home remedy for many health ailments, as a disinfectant and preservative that it helps with. And then, so of course, to use the neem, I have done some more research on the neem. As you can see here, some of the research that I have done on it. And so the neem I found is antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral. It's known to be effective for irritated, inflamed, affected, burning, oozy, itchy skin or tissues. It's cooling and it's anti-inflammatory to help to cool the problem areas down. It protects mucous membranes, and so much more that it's great for. So I put the neem leaf in there, and again, it's here. If you just like to see what I put into it, you can also take a picture of it if you would like to make some. And so I also had oat straw and green tops. It nourishes and restores the skin and nerves. It's moistening and stimulating. The organic slippery elm, it had the powder and the inner bark. It's very mucilaginous to help soothe irritated tissues. It has the consistency of maple syrup. And it's also moistening to relieve the dryness. It's anti-inflammatory and cooling also to help it to feel better. I had organic cocoa powder, just to add as a nutritive and antioxidant. And the organic peppermint oil is known to help with itching and to prevent growth of disease-causing organisms. And I just love the smell and taste of it. So as you can, if you saw on how I made it there, you can see that I put some in a bottle here that could be taken internally, and then also use the rest with some beeswax to make more like a paste to use externally. So she got this from me, and so she applied it, and she said that she's only put it on like 5 minutes, like a couple times maybe. And after that, she said in just like one day, it like cleared it up. So I was very happy about that. She sent a great testimonial here, basically, saying a little bit about the story and just how it worked, and is very grateful. And so I was just very happy about that and that it worked. So even if you don't have an issue for any of your tissues, I have found Neem to be great for something else, and it is great fertilizer. It keeps bugs away, because there's nasty bugs off your plants, which is really great because I'm starting gardening now as well to make my own medicine. So I got this just off the internet. This isn't my own formula, that you can take a picture of it if you like. It just is something that you can make out of a spray if you have the neem oil or the neem leaf to keep bugs away. You can put it in your yard or even inside, and spraying it on your plants. It actually is a fertilizer to not only help your plants grow, but to keep those nasty bugs off. So I just thought that was really great, and I hope that is useful for you. And I'd just like to talk a few minutes about some of the other products that I made. So I actually started out making this cream, and I now call it Janie in a jar because I can't legally say that it cures anything, so I was just trying to think of a fun little name to make to call it. And I originally just made this cream because I wanted something healthy for my skin, and everything that I found in stores had like some kind of chemical or something that I just didn't agree with. And so I, done research and then just made my own. And after applying this after 2 weeks, people started giving me some really great compliments, saying I looked younger and that my skin was glowing, and they wanted some. So then, that just gave me the idea to sell. So now, it's the first thing that I ever made and sold. And then I also came up with this other Better Body Butter. Try saying that 10 times fast. But I just really love this. It has such amazing ingredients in it that is known to be so beneficial for so many things, and just very moisturizing. And it's the rosemary and peppermint. I just love the smell. And after I put this on, after I shower, I just feel so really good. And so with those things, I do list all the ingredients with it and give known benefits. It's just pages long of so many things that they're really great for. And so I also have this restore and rebuild formula. Especially thankful for Renee for introducing me to this. Whoever would have thought that herbs are such great for the spine and injuries, and I've had herniated disc, so this has been really helpful for me, and so to help other people. So I'm really thankful for Renee and Bob for showing me how to make my own really great medicine that's been so helpful for me and other people. And I make spirit tinctures made of flower essences, really helping with the stress. It has been a lifesaver for me, and motivation and stress. And I make this Be Well formula that I've just come up with to help with boosting immunity, and it has things in it specifically to help protect cilia in the lungs, ACE2 inhibitors to help keeping pathogens like viruses from going into the cells, and it has things in it as well to help with stress. And so this is great, just preventative, and to take on first onset if you're ill. If you do come down with the illness, it's best to consult with a herbalist and to get a custom formula, because everybody is different, and it's always best to get what's custom for you and whatever is going on with you and your body. And I also have a magnesium spray right here. I started making my own magnesium spray because I didn't know what kind of water that the other ones were being used in the store, and so I'm very particular about my water. I just drink distilled water, and I get nutrients and minerals and things from plants. And so magnesium, most people are deficient in, so help with so many different things, to spray this on your skin, especially on muscle tension and nerves and any aches stomach ache. You can spray it right on the stomach ache. And so I also make my own solar stone charged water bottle. So this is very changes the vibration to make the water very high vibration to help with so many different things. And again, you can check that out and more products. I'm trying to get onto my website at yesthrive.com, and that's my Facebook page and my email, and you can check that out. I have done lots of work with a holistic doctor, Dr. Shemesh. He sent me some of his most traumatized patients and had great success with that. And I have my own room out of my home now that I can do wonderful things with, so you can check that out if you feel inspired to. I appreciate your support, and I love you all, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye.